Yep, the Wizarding World is back on our screens, and on Friday, April 8th, the third entry in the Fantastic Beasts prequel series, The Secrets of Dumbledore, hits cinemas. Here's my entertainment.ie mini review of the fantasy adventure. Now, although there has been plenty of behind the scenes drama to do with the franchise since the last entry 4 years ago, J.K. Rowling and Johnny Depp, The Secrets of Dumbledore does actually deliver on being a fun film to watch. As a big Harry Potter fan, I failed to warm to the previous two entries, finding them rather uninspiring and ultimately seeing them as pretty dark and dreary with no real spark to them. However, I can happily report that although it suffers from being just a tad too long and a very convoluted ending, The Secrets of Dumbledore is the most magical addition to date. It sees Eddie Redmayne return as the Magizoologist Newt Scamander, who is once again enlisted by Hogwarts Professor Albus Dumbledore, played by Jude, in order to try and thwart the Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald's continued power trip over both the wizarding and the magical worlds. And so Scamander and his team of do-gooders head up a dangerous mission which takes place mostly in Berlin during a time of deep unrest within the wizarding community. As you might have noticed, Johnny Depp has been replaced by Mads Mikkelsen here as the big bad of the series, a crazed man with a wand running around trying to cleanse the world of muggles and stuff. On the whole, Mikkelsen taking over from Depp's scenario, the Dutch actor's much more grounded take on Gellert Grindelwald is a breath of fresh air when compared to Depp's spiky-haired snorefest, much more closely resembling the Dark Wizard we've heard about in the novels. Another cracking addition to the film is Lally, played by Jessica Williams, who brings a much needed shot of energy into Scamander's group dynamic and delivers some pretty spellbinding moments throughout, thanks to her quick-witted nature and old-timey accent. Redmayne is also given a couple of opportunities to shine as the quirky lead, thankfully stepping back into the franchise after a more forgetful appearance in the Crimes of Grindelwald. There's plenty of nice little Easter eggs dotted throughout the film for Harry Potter fans to drool over, and the build up to the film's climax looks very similar to a storyline used at the beginning of the Deathly Hallows. However, if borrowing ideas that have been used in the Wizarding World before means that we get a film with much more heart, then I'm here for it. I'm awarding The Crimes of Grindelwald 3 stars out of 5.